I just had to go drive and pick up my son, and yeah. So I sent out this email yesterday trying to get new companies, and it worked out pretty well. I think I talked about it in the other video. But yeah, everything is it's working out nicely, I gotta say. Um, and then so yesterday, I started doing the video. Like I literally was. Sorry, I'm just backing up. I really wish I had a backup camera in this, but whatever. So anyway, yeah, it took forever to get home. And but yeah, today was going pretty good. It sucks because I was only at the warehouse for like 2 hours, and then I had to come home to watch my daughter, which is fine. But then I'm like, I can't sit here, so I end up having the worker come up and babysit, basically, and which is fine. It's my wife's cousin, so it is what it is. So she was babysitting because like we are still actively looking to get rid of the fence company, and so we're really not doing anything with it at this point. If they call and don't leave a message, like we don't even call them back at this point. So we're just doing the minimum efforts just because we're putting all the focus onto the customers. So that's where we're kind of at this point. And I really do enjoy it. Like I keep on talking to all these business owners and stuff like that, and it's just I love it. Like it's kind of like this, except for actually I'm like there's a person on the other side, so that's always fun, right? Instead of talking to myself or my cell phone for every day. And so that's where we're kind of at. So I originally did the cornhole tournament, or we were going to do a cornhole tournament, and it was just a way of getting like fence companies involved. I was doing it because I figured like a lot of people like it, and I'm not really into it. I'll play it here and there, but I've probably played about 5 rounds in my life, kind of deal. So it wasn't even super exciting for me. But I'm like, let's get people in. But I think we're gonna switch in and just do like more like a meet and greet. The only reason I didn't do that is because, from the get-go, is because I thought that they weren't. A lot of fence guys, I talked about it yesterday, they just are on their own kind of island. So, and they don't really interact with other companies. So, which kind of sucks. Just having that mentality and whatnot that like there's only this finite, amount of work, which it's true to an extent, especially with the COVID or not COVID, but like the recession that's coming and everything else. But it is what it is at this point. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll probably have to do something where like you basically everyone's business cards go into a fishbowl, and then we'll do some kind of like I think I was doing the $500. Maybe we'll still doing the cornhole thing, and then 500 for that, $500 for the just showing up more or less. So that's pretty fun. And I can't think of anything else. I think that's all I really got. And I think I just run out of stuff to say because like maybe I'm just not growing as an individual. I did talk to a therapist for the first time a few days ago on Tuesday, and it was good. Um, just because like I feel like I'm going through issues, and I think as business owners we're usually stuck talking to ourselves, just because a lot of times our family, our friends don't really understand what we're going through, and mine's not even business related. Like honestly, like the new business and everything else, like it's not exactly where I want it to be yet, but it's like, it's in the infancy stage where you're doing a lot of adjustments, you're trying new things, and then from there you're adjusting and changing and tweaking, fine tuning, like that kind of thing. So like I actually really enjoy that. But it's really just a home life. Like it's my son's got ADD and like super obsessive like his mother, and like it's just honestly it's tough. And it was just getting to the point where like I didn't even want to come home. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say and it's sad to feel like that, but like at the end of the day, like you just got to get help, right? So at this point, like I talked to a therapist on Tuesdays. We have been talking to someone, and we'll probably do more of a family style thing because like COVID hit us pretty hard. Just because like with my daughter when she was born, with being in Jersey, everything was being shut down at the time of like my daughter's few. It was probably like 2 and 3 months before my daughter was born. When was that in? So she was April. So actually, it was probably like 4 months before she was born. Yeah, something like that. It was like November, December, maybe or January, something like that. They started really like locking shit down. And we basically said to to the doctor, like, what happens if we have COVID? And they're like, oh, we're going to take the baby away. And like my wife just lost it at that point. Not right in that moment, but like everything was like protect us from getting COVID because they were going to take the baby away. So it was just an ugly situation. So it was just that, and then my daughter stopped eating right after she was born because of acid reflux, and like that was a mess, and it really took my wife through a loop. And like with my son, he was 9 at the time when she was born. Like a lot of tension was taken off of him, and like she just couldn't really deal with anything else. And I think postpartum, and like she just never said how like basically how bad she was feeling, and so, but that's where we're at. So anyway, if you need someone to talk to, I think I went to BetterHelp or something like that.com. So it's like an app. I forget what I pay a month, but I think it's like $400. I have a weekly meeting. So if it helps, it helps. At some point, I'll probably get more of a business coach, but that's what I'm on that. So have a great time.